What's up out there in internet land? Today I want to make a video talking about chords that are diatonic to any major key. Okay, now, before maybe you people that are watching this video think that I'm talking like Martian or something when I say diatonic, alright? Diatonic is a musical term. It means the chords that are the natural chords found in any major key. All right, so this is really important, okay? I recommend that you try to commit this to memory if you're a beginner, intermediate guitar player. Why? Because if you know your chords in any major key, when you're trying to figure out songs, maybe by ear or you're learning songs, if you recognize chord progressions, it will help you learn songs better, okay? All right? Because there are certain chord progressions that just naturally go together, okay? Now, there are people out there that know music theory, songwriters, they might try a certain chord progression when writing lyrics, or, you know, a songwriter may not know music theory, and they might just put a bunch of chords together that sound good. So, but knowing a little bit about music theory will serve you well in the long run, okay? On any level, whether you're a cover band musician or whether you're an aspiring songwriter or both, okay? So, let's talk about chords, diatonic chords in the major key, all right? So, let's take the key of C, all right? The key of C has no sharps or flats, so we're going to talk about chords that are diatonic to the major key, the key of C major. And the diatonic, when I say the diatonic order, okay, the diatonic order means chords that have not been altered in any way, okay? So, all right, so here we go. So our first chord in the key of C is going to be our C major chord, okay? All right, that's our C major chord, all right? Now, our next chord, so our C chord, our one chord, okay, or our tonic chord, okay? All right, now our next chord is going to be a minor chord. It's going to be a 2 chord. It's going to be our D minor chord, okay? All right? All right, cool. Now, our next chord, our 3 chord, is going to be a minor chord as well. It's going to be an E minor chord, okay? All right? All right, now our next chord is going to be a major chord. It's going to be an F major chord, okay? All right? Our next chord, our 5 chord, is going to be our G major chord, okay? Okay. Now, our next chord, our 6th chord, is going to be minor, okay? Okay, now our 7th chord, all right? Now, our 7th chord is going to be a minor 7 flat 5 chord, okay? So in the key of C, our minor 7 flat 5 chord is going to be B minor 7 flat 5, okay? All right, and then we're back to our 1 chord, which is the C. Okay? All right, now, hopefully I haven't lost anybody yet, but in your major key, if you can remember that your 1 chord, your 4 chord, and your 5 chord are all major, that'll help you, okay? And if you can remember that your 2 chord, your 3 chord, and your 6 chord are all minor. Okay, and your 7 chord will always be a minor 7 flat 5 chord, okay? Now there's a couple schools of thought that when it comes to the 7 chord, okay? In some songbooks that I've seen, you know, they'll say that the 7 chord is a diminished chord, but other musicians disagree. They say it's a minor 7 flat 5 chord. I am of the school that believes that the 7 chord in any major key is a minor 7 flat 5 chord. Okay? So, for all intents and purposes, that's what I'm going to talk about in this video or all future videos if I ever talk about chords in the if I ever talk about diatonic chords in any major key. Okay? So, hope that helps you, okay, in some way. All right? Now, the chords in your different major keys are going to change, but your 1, 4, and 5 chord in any major key are always going to be major, and your 2, 3, and 6 chord are always going to be minor in a major key, and your 7 chord will always be a minor 7 flat 5 chord. So if you can remember your key signatures, that will serve you well, and you can build chords, okay? So I hope this video helps you in some small way. Now, how does this apply? Okay, so I use this knowledge of mine when maybe I have to transpose songs into a different key. All right, let's say I'm playing a tune that's G, E minor, C, D in the key of G. I can't sing it, so I got to transpose on the fly. Well, I know I can figure it out, and I then can transpose, and I know, all right, C, A minor, F, G. Okay, so that makes sense. So let me phrase it a different way. So if I have a song that's G, E minor, C, D, I know that chord progression is 1, 6, 4, 5. Okay, that is the standard doo-wop progression that's been used in a ton of songs. But let's say I'm playing with somebody that wants to play it in the key of C, or I want to play it in the key of C. It might work better. So I know C, A minor, F, G. All right, or I'll give you another case in point. Solo and with my band, I play the song Hungry Heart by Bruce Springsteen, okay? And I wanted to sing that song. Well, the version that, I've heard I first saw it was in the key of C. So the key of C would have it C, A minor, D minor, G. But I'm thinking, all right, well, I can't sing. I tried singing it in C, didn't work. All right, sorry. So I'm like, I got to transpose it. Let me try it in G. So, all right, I knew that the Hungry Heart chord progression was basically 1, 6, 2, 5. Okay, so it was C, A minor, D minor, G in the key of C. So I put it in the key of G. So I knew that my 1 chord in the key of G was G. I knew that my 6 chord was E minor, and I knew that my 2 chord was A minor, and I knew that my 5 chord was D. All right. So I hope this helps you. God bless. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. God bless, and I'll see you soon. All right.